recording. Okay, so we're recording. Hey Dave, Rob, Aaron, Martin. Hey Clint. Hi. All right. Hey Michael, Paul. Okay, Scott, how you doing? All right, I'm going to give it a few minutes. I don't think we're not even at we're not even at the time yet. We've still got a few minutes and people are just coming on, and I don't want this to go too long because I like to try and keep the trainings at least, short and to the point so that we don't get too carried away in the details of what's possible with the, I guess, the blank canvas of what is BrowSEO, you can call it, because you really can do whatever it is that you want with it. So, the way we're going to do this, I'm just going to cover, let's just wait a few more minutes. It's just hit 2 o'clock now, and more people are just coming in, rolling in let's just wait a few more minutes. I'm going to go get a drink, guys. I haven't gotten a drink yet, and I know I'm going to start choking soon. So hang on a minute. Back in a minute. Okay. Hey, Susan. How you doing? Hey, BJ. Michael. Hi, everyone. Okay, blank screen. Have I not? I guess I'm not sharing my screen yet. So there we go. We should be on the air now. How's that, guys? Can you see the screen? Should just have the Facebook page up. Yes, Dave. Okay. All right. What do you mean no? Yes, no. Some of you guys can, some of you can't. Who can see the screen? Can you see the Facebook page, guys? Yes. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Okay. 1, yes. Okay, so we're good. Good. Let's go. Just a few minutes past the hour. Guys are still rolling in. I hope people don't get cut off because we've got a lot of people that were supposed to turn up, and it looks like we'll be okay, guys. Hopefully no one will get knocked off and everyone will be able to get on here. So pretty much almost everyone that has BrowSEO has subscribed to this because it's a big one, isn't it? We've got the version 3 kind of pre-beta where there's a lot more features to come, and we've just released it now with the bare bones, guys. So thanks, Rob. Maybe I can zoom in. Okay, so hold on. Let me just first of all, I'm going to open up BrowSEO. Who loves the BrowSEO splash screen? Love it. It's awesome, right? I know, Susan. Yes. I just open it and close it every once in a while. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Rob. Okay. Yeah, cool, Keith. Keith Moore as well. All right, so what we're going to be covering here, can you see the screen now? Is the screen looking good? Okay, great. All right, guys. So what we're going to cover is just some training and walkthrough, and we're going to have a Q&A as well towards the end of just whatever questions you guys have. That's the whole point of this one here. And this is just this is going to be an overview. I'm going to try and go as detailed as possible, but we're still going to have, yeah, guys, it's all being recorded. I pressed the record button, and I hope it will record. I don't know. GoToWebinar is notoriously crap, and we all use it, and I don't even understand why that is. So I'm probably going to be changing after this because just that whole thing with the date and the time was a nightmare. So at the end, we're going to have a Q&A and just, you know, try and cover. Okay, cool, Clint and Susan, nice. Yeah, a few of you are recording it, so we're going to definitely have a replay for this one. And a Q&A at the end, right? So I'm also going to have very detailed little trainings as well. The site is getting all updated to new design and new colors and a totally more organized format so that you guys can digest the information and get the training and all in a much more concise way. So that, just don't worry about that. That's all going to happen. That's all coming together. And as soon as that's ready, all the trainings are going to come out. So right now, this should tide us all over, should tide you all over and cover pretty much everything that you need to know about the current features, because there are still going to be more features and more automation modules that are coming out. And I'll discuss all of them right now. So what we're going to talk about is the new BrowSEO features, right? So the automation, we've got the tab in there. You've all seen the BrowSEO IA, which stands for Intelligent Automation. And we're going to cover all the different settings, not that many, just a few settings, very, very straightforward. We'll look at the different ways to use the automation in the browser and also multi-threaded automation and how exactly to utilize that. And the new feature as well is we've got a new custom browser environment, a system browser environment for both Firefox and Chrome. And you can add any plugins that you want and you know, customize each instance, and they get saved, cookies cache, and anyway, we'll get into the details of that as well. Firefox as well, that's the new default. And Chrome, we've made some performance tweaks. I'll go into a little bit more detail about that once I open up BrowSEO. And then we'll talk about all the new fingerprinting and tracking settings that we've added just to make things even more anonymous for the paranoid one in all of us doing this. So I don't think we have to worry too much right now about some of this canvas fingerprinting stuff, but it's not just about now, guys. It's about in the future, and this is going to be stuff that is going to be looked at even more closely, and it could be an issue. So we're in control of it already from now, when it's really just something that certain sites could be using, and if we run across a problem, you know, you can go and change your fingerprint settings a little bit. Guys, I see a few questions coming in, and I'm going to go through a whole Q&A towards the end. So if you can't see something, if you can't hear anything, let me know. If I don't know, if the screen's gone blank, just let me know. And if you've got any questions, it's only me here. I don't have anyone else on with me right now. So I'm going to try and do everything at once. So just try and keep the questions till the end, guys. So, and I'll get to as many of them, if not all of them, as possible. And we're going to cover it all. You're all going to go away from this and you're going to know exactly how to just use the new BrowSEO automation features, which is really the main features that you're going to be using all day, every day. So you're going to want to know how to use those. So we're going to spend obviously the most amount of time on that. So let's jump straight in. BrowSEO. Okay, so we've got BrowSEO open. I'm just going to close down the chat windows and the actual windows here because it's just I can't see right now. I know you guys can't see it, but I need this side of the window. Okay, so let's open up a project. So annoying when you need both sides of the screen. All right. Let's go to the demo and open up this project to start with. Okay, so the first, I guess we should just jump just straight into, we'll talk about the little features first, and we'll leave all of the BrowSEO automation features towards the end, at the end. And we're not going to, this is not going to be a super long webinar, guys. It shouldn't take too long to cover everything. Let's just show you how these fingerprinting features work that we've added in, and then we'll get to the automation in a minute. Oh, sorry about this, guys. This is basically, I was looking for the fastest loading website on the internet, and this is the one that came up, and it cracked me up, so I kept it. Hope none of you guys get offended. So here are the settings. The settings now, you've got a whole bunch of new settings on the side here. So we've got Flash, WebGL we've added. That's for the canvas fingerprinting. It's part of the fingerprinting. So if you disable that and you go to different websites, and the best thing to do is I would go to Panoptic Click or find a few other of these sites that work with that deal with all the tracking and monitor your sites, and just mess around with it and see how the settings work and how the fingerprinting changes is probably the easiest way to go about that. So we've got JavaScript here, the settings that we're all used to. The sync time, these are all the new settings down here. So canvas fingerprinting, canvas, this is part of, you can say, the actual canvas. This here, the fonts behind the fonts, the browser fonts, the system fonts, right? So when you change the font size from 16 to 18 and you apply that to the session, you've now created, you've made the fonts a little bit bigger on the screen, and that's totally changed your fingerprint. Just doing that alone is enough to change your fingerprint. Okay, so we're now at 18. We can bring it up to whatever we want. And that in itself, for example, is something that could be used to just do that, and that should be enough. So if you're experiencing some sort of weird issues with certain sites, and maybe whatever sites, that Gmail, or you're signing up to other sites and you're running into problems, sometimes it's that they've sensed something to do with the proxy, and it's ticked a couple of boxes, and they're going to look for certain fingerprints that could be, that can show you up, that can tell them who you are just by that. So these are little things that we've added in just to make sure that you're going to actually absolutely have nothing to worry about when it comes to all of these canvas fingerprinting issues, right? And then you can change all of the fonts. So you've got all the different fonts that we can mess with and change, and and bring the uniqueness level even more down, so that the fingerprinting is each instance will be different, right? So another thing that can also help with the fingerprinting is, for example, the system browser. So I mentioned it over here, where we've added the custom browser environment, which is great for performance. Not just performance, that's for Chrome, but it's great for security, and also for just logging into certain sites that you might think you're having a problem with in BrowSEO, and then you can just do a right click and open it in System Firefox, and this is going to go ahead and open up a version of Firefox which is totally customized to this profile. So it's got this IP address, it's got this cookie, it's got the cache, it's got the history, and what you can do here as well to help with fingerprinting and different browser setups is actually add-ons. Is you can add add-ons to all of these instances so that you've got total control over everything that you're doing. So this particular instance, the way that it works with Firefox is that the Firefox browser is already got the all the WebRTC and the custom things disabled via BrowSEO. The custom Chrome build, that doesn't. The custom Chrome build, that is got, you're not able to disable WebRTC and certain things using the custom Chrome build. So what you have to do is you just simply have to open up, go and get yourself a plugin. There are certain plugins, I can't remember which one it is, but there are a few plugins. I'll recommend it. I'll get it into the page on the site where we recommend certain things, and you're able to add plugins, and that's going to go ahead and do things like change your WebRTC, reroute your WebRTC through to the correct proxy that you're using to make it look like you're on the right proxy. So you can do that kind of stuff as well, and it changes and saves with each instance. So every time you open up a new profile within this system browser that you've never opened up before, so this should be, for example, this should be, where is that? This should actually have the cookies transferred so that you're logged in already to Facebook and to the other sites that you're already logged in with. Although I did notice it didn't pop up and ask me to transfer the cookies, which is maybe that might need to be fixed. I'm not sure. Normally there's a pop-up. Maybe it doesn't need to be because it's automatically doing it now, and the dev didn't tell me, the little ninja that he is. I don't know. But as you can see, you know, we're logged into Facebook. So we can open in System Firefox. We can open up another one in System Firefox. And we are going and doing exactly what we're doing in BrowSEO in Firefox. Okay, so, oops, hang on a minute. Facebook, oh, there you go. Obviously, they've got the redirect, don't they? So it looks like the cookies are automatically getting transferred. Awesome. So here's just another Facebook profile. And here is, as you can see, another one. See? And this is within Firefox. And here is my Firefox, right? So totally separate instances. Pretty cool stuff, guys. You're in absolute, utter control. I don't think I can emphasize how much control you have any more than that, guys. So you have full control to do and add plugins at your wherever you want to, in Chrome, extensions in Firefox and in Chrome, and that's it, right? So that's basically the canvas fingerprinting in done. Any kind of fingerprinting, any kind of browser fingerprinting done, because you can have different plugins, different canvases, different font sizes, different things on each profile, and you can save your session settings and never have to worry about that. So if things start to get a little bit crazy later on, and whoever it is, powers of be, they want to start tracking all these things and getting really crazy with the canvas fingerprints, you could always just change it, and each one of your systems or instances will have a totally different setup, making them impossible to track it using the canvas. So that's basically what it does. Just makes it impossible for them to track it. All these other are self-explanatory and have been in. The only additions is WebGL, and this is in Firefox, Flash plugins. Right? In Chrome, there is no more Firefox. No more. In Chrome, there is no more Flash. Excuse me, let me grab a drink for my throat. Falls out. Yeah. So if you go to the settings here, we'll have to just take that out, but there is no Flash in Chrome. And you'll notice FB Conversio is a lot more stable now. Pretty much everything in Chrome is more stable now. This is probably the first official Chromium-based build, which is 100% browser, Chrome-based browser, that is 100% Flash-free. And why that's a big deal is that vulnerability is just gone, so you don't have to worry about disabling Flash in Chrome ever, because it's just not there. And 99% of all of the Flash that is online is still compatible and is still going to work. So all those videos in Facebook that are all Flash-based that weren't working before, they will work now. All of the FB Conversio bugs and crashes and freezes and all that stuff, that all works now beautifully. So, and the reason why it was crashing and having issues and problems is because of Flash. And we got in there before Chrome did, before Google got in there. We got in there, guys. You're in there before the entire internet, basically. In fact, this was Apple's, Steve Jobs' vision, was to get rid of Flash from the web, which is why the first iPods, well, all the iPods that were ever made were never Flash compatible, which was a real pain, and one of the reasons I never actually got one in the beginning, because I needed access to Flash-based sites, and it just didn't work. So Steve Jobs was way ahead of everyone, the entire internet, and he had HTML5 based stuff all those years ago. So, you know, the internet still hasn't caught up, but BrowSEO is way ahead, as you guys all know, and we've gotten rid of Flash from within Chrome. So both vulnerability of Flash is gone, and you have added stability as well, and no more crashes within FB Conversio, which is awesome because it was driving me nuts as well. All right, so that covers the sort of geeky additions, the real geeky features that you know, you can just geek out at and just click, flip, change. I want to, you know, have a different footprint now. I want my WebGL activated, deactivated. I want to be on a different time zone, whatever. You know, just absolutely controlling all of those things, and you have the browsers like I showed you over there. Okay, so yeah, Firefox I mentioned. You'll notice that's now the default, and the reason that's the default there is because everything is, all the automation is based on Firefox. So we just assumed, since it's what I've been doing, it just immediately became Firefox was the main browser that I'm using with all of the new automation, and Chrome became the secondary browser because it just doesn't have the automation, and it's that important to have all the automation that that we've got here. Okay, so these are demo accounts that have just been cultivated and added and created with BrowSEO IA. So we've got a few groups that we've joined, a few pages that we've liked, and all totally on autopilot. And I'm going to walk through and show you exactly how that works right now. Just showing you the, okay, you know what, I'm going to change this. No, I'm not going to change it. I'm going to show you right now using BrowSEO IA why I need this fast loading page. It'll all make sense in just a minute, guys. I'm not a weirdo with a weird loading page, although it does crack me up each time I look at it, I gotta say. And again, I hope no one is offended by this page. It's just a page on the internet. All right, so we got here. So okay, so these are profiles that we've just created literally a couple of weeks ago, and I've done nothing with these except add stuff and apply to join groups here. So I've been approved in these groups, and that's it. I haven't touched these accounts manually, nothing. All we did was create them, and then all I did was apply BrowSEO IA to it. And we've just been automating things and testing things out with it, using this as the demo account. So the automation options are as follows. You guys all obviously noticed this little guy up here. So this is for the browser-based automation. And this is if you have, you know, you don't want to go, you have your main money profile, not your minions, things that needs to be a little bit more focused, so you have much more control. You can go and you can set it up to go and post and then do whatever it is that you want it to do, and while it's doing it, you're in full control to pause if you notice that it's done something wrong, it's added the wrong bit of information, and then you can continue, right? So the browser-based stuff is mostly for your main money profiles, you know, right? You know, things like accepting friend requests on 500 people that have friended, you know, an authority profile that you guys are building. And I know that's happening to you because a few of you mentioned it, and it's just the way that it goes when you use BrowSEO, is that you get because generally when you open up these accounts, you don't have the ability to log into them and just access them so quickly and easily and in a browser for real. So you tend to act more real with them, and it just attracts the real people out there because there's so much automation and, excuse me, bullshit out there that people see spam and automated messages all day long. As soon as you're real and you start to communicate and engage, people are like, oh, hang on a minute, this is a real person, you know, and you're like a breath of fresh air because you're actually real. Okay, it's fake persona, that's not your face, but you are real. It's not a bot going and engaging automatically and having conversations that are not real, because you're obviously having engaged conversations directly about this specific topic, and you can't do that with just bots that go out and comment, and you know, you get accounts deleted. I mean, you'll know this is the reason why we all have BrowSEO, is to be able to have that control, to go and open up and say, okay, so here's my money site. I want to go and just join, let's say, 10 groups. So you come in there and you just type in 10 groups and you hit play and you put the keyword in there. So let me just explain how this whole setup works. Each one of these needs information. So if you're going to be joining groups by keywords, you need a keyword. If you're going to be liking pages by keyword, you need a keyword. If you're going to be liking posts by URL, you're going to need URLs, right? So these URLs, in iMacros, it's called the data source. So the data source, for those of you who are familiar with iMacros, is up here, right? So if I want to go and join groups that are bodybuilding related, then I would put the keyword up here. So if you hover over it, it will show you the keyword. It'll show you what you need to do. It'll show you that you need to add keywords into here. So you have data. You see the data up there. And you've got data, keyword 1, keyword 2, keyword 3, and then data. That's up here, right? So that's up there. That's what that's for. So so this is going to be the command, right? So you're gonna put a keyword in there, join groups, and just click play. And that's all you have to do in the browser, right? So it's going to actually go out there and join 10 different groups now based on the settings that I've put in there. So while I'm talking to you, in the browser, it's going to do a keyword search for bodybuilding, and it's going to go and just join 10 groups. So as you can see, it's already joined one there. It should join, I believe it should join the next one down. There you go. It's just joined the next one down. Then it's going to refresh the page. It's going to do another search. And that's the way that it works. So it doesn't, oh, hang on a second. I clicked play checked. If you want that, you have to click play loop checked, right? So if we wanted to do it, let's say 3 times, you just click, and it's checked here. You do play loop checked. And you just click. And that's going to now play that as a loop. So it's going to join based on the settings here. It's going to do a search for bodybuilding, and then it's going to go and join 3 groups based on these settings. So are you guys with me here? Are you following me? Am I going too fast? Let me just open up and see what you guys are saying. Anyone? Because I haven't been looking at all. Good pace. Okay. What does a loop mean? A loop just basically means, okay, this is the only question I'm going to answer, guys, because I just got sucked into it. I started and I'm going to finish it. A loop is just basically a loop. It means that it's going to go and run this script as many times. So it's going to run this script 3 times. And running that script once will mean that it's going to just join 1 group. Running 3 here like I'm doing now, and running the loop 3 times means it's going to run this script 3 times. And it should have joined 3 groups here. Bodybuilding, request sent. Right, so it'll join randomly. It's not necessarily going to do the ones from the top down. Okay, so join. Okay, so that's it. Okay, great, guys. So everyone's following me. That's awesome. Let's just put that back in there. And so what's this one? Facebook posts by URL. So we've done the keyword. So whenever it says keyword and it shows you that, it means you go up to the data source here, you add whatever keyword you want, and you click play checked, whatever you check. And it's just a weird iMacro thing, is selected, right? So if you just want to, even though it's, I don't know why, it's kind of moot to have it play checked, play selected. Haven't quite worked out why that's in there as part of the setting, but we just left it in there just in case we're missing something with the iMacros, so that's there. One of you guys knows why that's there, let me know. Any iMacro buffs in here, let me know. And then the URL. So this would mean Facebook posts, like post by URL. So the way that I like to do this is if you've got like a list of Facebook pages or groups that you're a member of and you want to go and engage, then you want to be able to go and just like posts. You know, if you've got 100, or in this case, this demo case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you've got 9 tier 2 minions here, or tier 1 minions that are boosting up my main Jenny money profile, it's a lot to actually have to go and like and join groups. So that is one of the reasons, one of the great ways to use the BrowSEO intelligent automation is to automate the tasks that you need to be doing in order to engage and in order to have an active and Facebook-friendly profile. So don't forget, they've got their own algorithms, Facebook and EdgeRank and all these things that they're looking at, activity and sharing and, making sure that you're a real person. So, these things, this stuff helps. So what is this one? What is this? What are the ways to use this? One of the ways I like to use this is you could just do a keyword search. So first of all, if you want to engage groups, so this works for fan pages and for groups that you're a member of, okay, or for groups that are open that allow you to like their pages. So one tip that I'm doing that I like to use this for is go to your groups that you're already a member of, and I guess where are there? Oh, groups. Okay, so I'm a member of 3 groups, and you can just drag them over here, okay? And we're going to have another way to do this in future, where it's going to be just basically right-click, and just like we do with the Dominator, right-click and send to the data source. So you can do a search, for example. You can do a search, for example, for fan pages, right? And you want to go and just engage with a whole bunch of fan pages. So, sorry guys, hang on a minute. Let me just shut Skype down. Okay. So you want to engage fan pages, even fan pages that you haven't liked. So we go to the pages, and so these are groups that I'm already a member of. So I'm able to like things here. I'm just going to make it ready so I can just drag stuff here, and then I'm just going to drag a whole bunch of fan pages in here, and we're going to go out and we're going to engage all of these fan pages here. And what this is going to do now is that you're able to now just click this button, play checked, and it's now just going to go out to all of those URLs, and it's just going to randomly engage. And we're not adding any commenting because that's just comment spam. There's no point. You can get your own macros written to do any of that stuff you want. But to just, if you want, we were gonna, to just randomly like something, you can't go wrong with that. But to add like a comment which is way off, just spam, there's just no value in that, and it doesn't really do much. This is not a mass spamming tool. This is really, the truth is, this is totally white hat and totally black hat, depends on what it is that you're doing, as are most tools out there, guys. You could use things for good or use things for evil. And by the way, it's doing all of that you're seeing by itself. So you notice it just scrolled down. It's like the pinned post. Now it's going to go to the next group. So that the group owner and the group members, they see that you've liked stuff in the past. Okay, you might be a little bit shy maybe. That's interesting. Asking you, oh, it's pending, right? So I'm not actually a member of this one yet. Okay. So whatever, it'll just go through it. It'll find that there's nothing there and move on to the next one. So don't worry. It just looks for certain things on the page. It'll confirm that it's not there, and it'll just skip and go to the next group, just like that, right there. And is this another group I'm not a member of? Okay, so I'm a member of this one. Great, and it's just going to go. It's so funny. I can see personas up there, up here, that are mine. I'm not going to say which ones there are, but I'm going to let you know that there are 5. Shut up. Okay, well, there are only 42 members here. So there are 5 of my own personas that are up there, guys. That's hilarious. So funny. I go around Facebook and that kind of stuff happens all the time. And those personas are not connected to this persona. haven't done any engaging between them, so there's no reason for them to show there, aside from the fact that they seem to be a little bit authoritative that they want to be shown there, I guess. There's some algorithm that Facebook likes them. So there you go. It's just liked another one randomly on a fan page. Okay, we're on fan pages now. Great. So we're now engaging fan pages. So that when you do come back and post something that could be a backlink, a money link to your site, to your content, they're going to be totally cool with that because you've been liking and engaging, right? We currently don't post to Facebook groups, but the reason why everything is a bit bare, again, as I mentioned, and as you all know, why everyone is getting in right now at the current rates is because it's still unfinished. We've got a lot coming in, a lot more to be added to Publish Hub, and a lot more automation that we're going to be adding as well. And we've also got a BrowSEO IA iMacro creator that we're working on that we're going to be giving you guys as well, which actually goes for something along the lines of $2,000. That's, I think, the price for these things, guys. So we're going to be giving you also in a couple of months. It's a bit of a task, but you're going to be able to really, really easily and idiot-proofly, if there is such a word, create iMacro scripts. Very, very cool, actually. I've seen a concept of what it is that the developer wants to do, but we're still a way away from that. And right now, if you want to get all of your own custom scripts made, totally cool. That's what it's there for. You can get your custom scripts made, but you're going to have to just make some tiny edits, and we're getting a document put together. And by the way, while I'm discussing this and talking to you, this is just going out and engaging fan pages and liking fan pages, and we're just loving it, right? Having a webinar here, training, and it's engaging. One of my profiles is just going out and doing stuff, and we're going to get to the BrowSEO IA module in just a second and show you this all on multi-threaded insanity. Some of you have already seen some snippets of it, but for those of you who aren't prepared to be amazed. So there's lots of other scripts here. I'm just going to stop this for now so you guys get the picture of what that's doing and how to use that particular one the best. I'm not going to go through all of the scripts because they all work exactly the same. The other one I'm going to cover now is if this then that. I'll just explain what the differences are, but I'm not going to cover them exactly like I just did because they're all exactly the same. They're all going to have a data pop up like this, and it's going to tell you exactly what to do, right? So this is a Facebook post, and it just posts text. So all you do is write down what you want, add a link, and that's it, and it's going to post that. Right now, unfortunately, it's not posting with Open Graph, and the reason for that is Facebook is undergoing some changes right now, and some of their posting pages are a little bit different depending on each proxy and location that you log in with. So right now, we're not going to be working on fixing that or getting that perfect, but it is working on the current format, but not on the new format. And I don't know if you guys have even seen the new format, but having tested this on dozens and dozens and dozens of different IPs and Facebook accounts, you come across lots of different testing that Facebook do. And one of the things they're doing right now are testing the posting format. Very, very similar. Actually, it looks exactly like the format that you guys, that they have just rolled out on their phone. So that's the direction they are going, for those of you that haven't seen that yet. So we're just waiting for Facebook to make their changes so that we can then make our changes. And we're just going to focus on other things and go forward in the meantime. So, and that's when we're going to be adding the ability to post to groups and fan pages and wherever else it is you're going to want to post to. So we have the data boxes, right? So as long as we're all clear, hopefully everyone's clear on how that works. You'll get a pop-up and it'll tell you what you need to add into this box up here. Okay, so we have the new Google Plus and the old Google Plus both covered as the transition happens, but even regardless, we have more features in the new one because that's obviously what we're going to be going forward with and supporting. But basically, you want to use the new one because it's faster, smoother, and much more accurate. Some crazy dogs out there, guys. Apologies if you could hear them. So again, it's the same thing, you know, follow by keyword, join communities by keyword, like by keyword, post with a URL, awesome, I love that one, and Google post, this is just a post without URL, just text, whatever, and share by keywords. So you do it, so you basically do a keyword search, it does a keyword search, we'll do that one because I do actually love this one. Let me close the window, guys, sorry. All right, so let me make sure that I've yeah, that's not ticked off. So the way that it works is that if you've got things ticked off here, here, and here, and here, and here, it's going to start at the top and work its way down. So make sure if you've been messing around with a profile and you're going to run a script that you don't have anything else ticked. I mean, it's no big deal. You could just stop it and untick it and start it again. So just be aware of that. So let's do this one. This is actually one of my favorites. I love it. It's going to go to the Google Plus profile and it's going to do a search for muscle. So there's actually nothing out there right now that automates Google Plus like this, or at all. There, it really isn't. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's Google adders and a few things here and there, but this is literally automating the entire. Amazing things all around us. Okay, so it should just continue without that. I don't want to click it because that's a new pop-up. Yeah, see, it's just continuing without that, so it's relevant. And it's just done a search, you see that? And hot American cars, and it's just shared that onto my timeline. So Google Plus automation, totally covered. Everything. Google Plus engagement, covered. So you've got all of this stuff that is impossible to just do with hundreds of profiles. It's just not possible. So now it is with this BrowSEO IA module. And again, this is all for browser-based stuff. If you're using your main money profiles and you want to just get things really customized, that's why we have it all available for you to just do here. So you just be on your main money profile and want to do a few things, tick that, add the keywords, go grab a coffee, come back, and it's done exactly what you would have had to have gone and do manually. And you can do that for multiple profiles at once, multiple money profiles, multiple any profiles, basically. That's the BrowSEO IA module. If this, then that. Okay, so let's look at that. There's two ways that we use if this, then that. There's the two scripts, basically, we have. There is the connect, and then there's the recipe. Okay, so first thing you want to do is connect them. So same thing like any of the other scripts, you tick them all like that and click play checked. It's going to go and one after another go. But you do need to make sure that you're logged in already to Blogger, to Facebook, to whoever else that you're logged in. If you're not logged in, you can pause it and log in. Okay, so you don't have to worry about any of this thing any of these things anymore. You can just if you're not logged in, you can just play it, realize you're not logged in, pause, and then use the form filler to just fill it out quickly and log in, and then continue with the script. So you've got this customization on here as well, totally customizable. So again, with the if this then that script, guys, there is the first phase, which is connecting them, and we're covering all of these. I tell you, there's a bit of a problem with Delicious, and it's got nothing to do with our script. It's just got to do with Delicious. They suck. The way that they've got the Google reCAPTCHA and the system, the way that the site's set up, it just sucks. It doesn't work a lot of the time, and it's having issues even in Firefox and Chrome, something to do with the proxies, and they're sensing something, so they're making it really, really hard. But every 5 or 10, I'm able to get signed up. So that's just be aware of issues with Delicious because they suck. Then we have, this is the next thing you want to do. So first you want to connect your Blogger account, your Facebook account, your Medium account, your Tumblr account. So now they're all connected. You want to then go and create scripts. So these recipes are going to then show you, it should hover, yeah, should hover and have the RSS feed. So you want to put the RSS feed here. And the scripts that we have built in right now are only covering RSS feeds. So you take the RSS feed, and that's really what If This Then That's all about, is RSS feeds. So it's pretty much the basics, these scripts. We have 60 more scripts coming, so it's going to be an absolute If This Then That frenzy over here in BrowSEO IA over the coming weeks. We're working really hard to get those recipes created. They are really awesome recipes, and they have been given to us by Semantic Mastery guys. Thanks, guys. Awesome stuff. So we've got here the connect scripts, and then you've got the recipe scripts. So the two phases: first connect them, and then create the recipes. You have to put an RSS feed up here. Whatever RSS feed you put up here, blog.com/feed, and it's going to now connect the RSS feed to Bitly. So each time you create something on your blog, it'll post it to Bitly, it'll post it to Blogger, it'll post it to Delicious, Digo, Facebook, LinkedIn, Medium, Tumblr, Twitter, and WordPress. They all work flawlessly, again, except for Delicious. It's the only pain. And again, 60 more scripts to come, guys. This is the login, straightforward, just basically login. So you have, it's all automated here for the BrowSEO IA module. If you want to go and run some scripts and you want to make sure that you're already logged in, so you just run them and go and log into 20 Pinterest accounts for 20 profiles, 50 Reddit accounts, 50 Twitter accounts. Make sure you want to already logged into your If This Then That account. Just log in. And we've got a few more login scripts coming as well, guys. So Pinterest, Reddit, and Twitter. Okay, so creating boards, following by keywords, same thing. We've got the data source here, and it tells you exactly what to do. It'll create the boards. So you go there, you put your board name, the description of the board, and the category, and it'll go out and it'll do that. And one row after another is going to be the different board names that it's going to create. So you can go out and create 5, 6, 7, 10, 1, whatever boards you want to do. And then self-explanatory, follow Pinterest by keyword, like, just random like, and then Pinterest repin and like from search. So you do a keyword and the board name you want that to repin it to. And we're going to have more automation coming. Reddit, very cool stuff here. Comment, be very careful with that in Reddit, guys. I might just take it out, but be very careful. I guess if you're going to be going to subreddits, that would be working, but right now it's just keyword based, so it might not be the smartest thing to do. It's there anyway. Random vote, that's great. Okay, so put your keywords in there, it'll go and randomly vote. Save, it'll do the save function, and this is basically going to go into a subreddit, save a subreddit, it'll then also comment within the subreddit and join the subreddit. And then we have the subreddits, right? So this one here is the is to just go and join subreddits. And Twitter, we've got some automation here as well. One bug to be aware of in Twitter is if you're going to go and use an account that's already got a lot of followers and you're going to have a lot of people that have been followed already, it's going to go and unfollow them first. So best to use this on fresh accounts that don't have any people followed and just start from afresh and just use it like that, and it will go and follow and do one after another in that way while we work out the best way to get around that weird Twitter bug. But everything else works great. You can create lists and post to Twitter, reply via keywords, so you do a keyword search and then just make your replies, and then retweet by keyword, and just basically it's got all your social engagement. So we've got social engagement done. Okay, and then these scripts down here are your own customized scripts. So when you're going to get your own scripts made, that's where they go. And the settings for all of this and where you put them are very, very simple, very straightforward. They're here. Browsautomation, slow, medium, and fast. Those are the replay speeds. So depending on your proxy and internet speeds is going to be what you're going to want to do here. Visual, these are the visualizations, so it can just go and do it, or it can actually scroll and highlight what it's doing, and that's what I like to have. And it gives the key presses and just makes it a little bit more real, so I suggest doing it like that as well. So this is where you would put the macro folders. These generally you're not going to be messing around with. But this is the main one that you're going to need to know about right now is this. You just open up your folder, just paste that in, and you just paste in your JavaScript and iMacro scripts in here, and they appear down here. That's how easy it is to add scripts to BrowSEO. All right, so let's jump into the main BrowSEO IA. So all of these settings, all of this, yeah. Down. Okay, so oh yes, because I moved these projects around. So when you move projects around, you'll get a pop-up like that and let you know that things got changed around in here. So just be aware of it because you maybe dragged a project around or whatever. So this is all of the settings that we've just looked at apply in here. Okay, so let me just make sure that you're all with me, guys, so far. Let me just open up the question thing, the window. Let me know, guys, how's it all going? Are you all following me? Are you with me on this, guys? Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Yes. Yes. Great. Cool, guys. All right. Awesome. Good. Yeah. Wow. 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 I can go faster. Okay. Cool. Because I'm guilty for going way too fast a lot of the time. So, okay, I'm going to go a bit faster then. So let's just take everything that we've just looked at, right, over here. And everything applies to here the exact same way, exactly the same. The only difference is we've got multi-threaded abilities here. And I'm going to do a demo for you right now. So you refresh the button, and if you've added scripts, you just need to refresh that, and your scripts will appear here. So let's go back into these. These are the scripts, the same scripts that we've seen over here that we just looked at, exactly the same scripts. And then the way that we bring these guys in, hopefully you guys have noticed, but you know, we had the old SEO module, which we imported in the same way, and it was an absolute nightmare, but we've really, really fixed that. So we now have the exact same folder setups in here to just make it really easy. We didn't have that for nearly a year, guys. So everyone coming on board now, you're so lucky. You don't know what it was like before. Having to go through 1,000 profiles and look for like 5 that I needed to add. And I'm sure some of you guys have got hundreds and hundreds of profiles, and I'm sure it was an absolute nightmare using it. But you only had to set it up once and find them once, and that was the cool thing. So I'm going to want to add these guys here, my demo Jenny profiles. So that's in demo, just a regular demo. And then I just click that project and add them. Now I've got all these added here. And now I can automate all of these. So I want to join Facebook groups, keyword fitness. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just run it like that, and it'll open up 9 threads. And this is why I have that website and why I want the fastest loading website, guys. This is the reason. Because you get 9, 10 threads open, and you're doing a webinar, and you got all these things open, and the internet line isn't that fast over here, I have to admit. You just need fast loading pages. And bearing all that in mind, I've got 9 threads here, and if you can see under the screen, the bottom of the screen, they've all loaded perfectly here, you see, and they're all automating away. Okay, so imagine how much time that's going to save when you're getting your minions ready. You want to get your minions to join groups that you're in already. Just go and set them up and let them join the groups, and go and don't worry about any of this stuff anymore. Logging into 9 profiles, going and joining groups in 9 profiles, joining between 3 to 10 groups. It's just insane. Which again is why we have the IA, the intelligent automation, because without this, it becomes an impossible task. It just does. So we went from one impossible task to another. We went from, having problems with managing all of your social media to having problems managing so much social media, and I was joking around with I think it was Clint the other day, we said BrowSEO problems, you know, like first world problems, so BrowSEO problems, right? So that's literally funny, the evolution of BrowSEO. We went from one problem and we kind of created a problem for us, which is it's an awesome problem to have, right? But to go from one problem, which was management of social media, to, you know, having a problem with too much social media that's perfectly managed. Now I have 1,000 accounts that I can't manage effectively because there's too many of them that I have, and they're not getting deleted, and they're just building authority and authority and authority. So this is what we've got BrowSEO IA for. It's the intelligent automation to go out and help you engage and do absolutely everything that we just looked at in, hang on a second, let me close these tabs down. Okay, so by the way, it did that. It just went out and liked and joined 9 groups while I was talking to you, 9 profiles. And if you want them to join between 2 and 8 groups, so that they're not all joining the same groups, which is exactly how I do it, and that's the way you want to be. That's the best way to do it with all these profiles. And they are all, yeah, I mean, this runs with their own cookies, their own cache, their own IPs, their own setup. So of course, each one of these projects that you're importing are imported here with all of your settings, your cookies, your cache, and everything. So that's why you're already logged in. You know, we can do the same thing here. We can go and let's go and join some communities and Google Plus, and we're going to go open up 9 tabs, and I suggest you go and find a super fast loading page, and each one of these projects, as you can see, are opening up on their own IP, on their own proxy, with their own cookies, with their own cache, and they should already be logged into Google Plus and just be able to just go and join groups and engage on autopilot. Okay, so here's one. So you see, I mean, it's a bit of a slow connection I have here, which is why I needed. I guess we need this this fast loading page. All right, so I'm gonna stop these. I mean, you get the picture, guys. Okay, so as far as the settings are concerned, let's go back. Let me just stop these guys before it just get carried away, because it's between 2 and 8 there. We would have been running all well for the next half hour or so. Okay, so let's understand all of these settings here, and I'm going to start taking some questions because we've pretty much covered the automation and how it works. So if you click, I mean, this is self-explanatory, close Windows upon completion, so that's great. We'll close the windows. You can have 10 tabs, and you don't have to go and do that. It'll run, and I just don't do that because I like to just keep it all open so that I know everything is working right now, at least for the next couple of weeks while we're testing everything and making all the new changes and additions. And this is really the only thing that's different that you need to take into account. And what this means is macros in a separate window. Okay. So if I've got Google Plus, Google Follow, and Google Like, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 projects ticked, and I tick open in a separate window, it's going to open 3 times 9. So you're going to have 18 threads. It's really not suggested, and not just because it's 18 threads. I mean, it's not that many. This thing, I've tested it at 50 threads. It's no problem. But it's not suggested because you're running 3 different operations on the same Google account at once. So you don't want to do that. If you have got a powerful internet line and computer and you want to run a Facebook automation, a Google Plus automation, a Pinterest automation, and a Reddit automation, and a Twitter automation, by all means, that's what it's there for. But bear in mind that you have to, as of now, do things that are all going to require the same thing. So we've made BrowSEO version 3 with a very, very, very solid foundation and groundwork, framework, whatever you want to call it. Very, very solid foundation. And what I mean by that is that we haven't split up the automation to do crazy little intricate things yet. We just want to make sure that the way that it's set up now is working perfectly. And once we have this strong foundation set up and we know there are no bugs in the way it's working right now, and it's just flawless, because as of now, I have not been able to find anything. We worked on finding and we found loads of bugs. I'm sure one of you guys or a few of you guys will find one or two. And, you know, if they're out there, please do find them. That's what we're doing here, guys. We're perfecting it in order to bring it to the next stage where we're going to be able to segment the keywords, segment the URLs, segment it so that you can tick them all and have them all go do separate things, have separate data sources for the URLs, separate data sources for the posts, separate data sources for the keywords, so that you're able to just go and automate everything at once and just come in and be like, right, I'm going to want to go and do Google+, I want to do Pinterest, I want to send this link here, this keyword search there, and that's what is the direction of where BrowSEO is going to go. But before we get there, we need to make sure that the framework and the way that we've launched version 3 is perfect and flawless. So far, I have to say I haven't had I haven't found any major issues. I've got a few guys that we're talking with and working with very closely on their testing BrowSEO out. A few guys making courses with BrowSEO. We haven't come across any issues ourselves, and we're really hitting BrowSEO hard here. So we're looking good, guys. So I think that's it, really. I mean, there's nothing else to cover right now. I mean, this is again a duplicate of what's in here, and it's just automation. So I will take some questions now if you guys have some. Let me open up the questions tab. So, all right. Okay, let me just scroll down. Lots and lots of messages here, guys. So bear with me while I go through it. Apologies, it's just me. Okay. Yes, it's recorded. Okay, so we've covered the canvas fingerprinting. How do you get to the Firefox extensions? Same as in regular Firefox. Exactly the same way. You just right-click on the project. It can't open at the same time as while it's open. So this one, which is this project, won't open. So I can open up this one. Just right-click on that, and it's going to open up. Right-click on that on this and do System Chrome, System Firefox, and then just treat it as a normal browser. Is there automation? Yes. No, we don't have an automation for sexual harassment because your minions, I know, I was actually sickened to the core with the kind of harassment women profiles get. It's insane. Disgusting. Okay, so play. Yeah, so basically the difference is I'm not sure, and I touched upon it saying that I don't know why they've added that in. I have to admit, not sure why, but it's there. So we've kept it in until we work out what the reason it is, and if we realize and see that it's totally moot, we'll just get rid of it. So everyone's loving the modules, and I love the Google Plus module, love the IFTTT module, great. All right, so no, I'm not using Amazon proxies. Quick 30-second overview of each tool. Guys, okay, so before I get to that, I'll give you a quick overview in just a minute before I want to get to stuff that's relevant right now to the new automation. Okay. Okay, guys, a few people asking about how to become an affiliate. It's on JVZoo. You guys can go on JVZoo and apply. Yes, guys, there's a recording. Don't worry. A few of you guys have turned up late, so there's a recording. I have recorded it. and it's going to go up. So no, a few of you have asked that, and in the group as well, and I've said it, that we're not supporting any kind of sign-up scripts on automation. It's just too much support, and there's a couple of sites out there, a couple of tools like Sinwire Buddy or Buddy Enterprise that does an absolutely awesome job of creating these accounts and staying up to date with all the different changes, which is not something that we want to be doing. I don't want to recommend any kind of a proxy service for BrowSEO, because the last time I did that, and I did that 2 or 3 times, and strangely enough, they just all got burnt. So the best thing to do is just go and experiment and find there's so many different providers out there. Check out different forums, Black Hat forums. A lot of very good bona fide providers advertise on these forums as well. And there are proxy providers there are more proxy providers than you can imagine, guys. We've got a proxy provider in the group as well. A couple of proxy providers, I think. So just ask around in the group, and people will tell you what they're doing. Someone lost audio. Yes, you do need to have you're asking a lot if you need to have a proxy for each persona. Yeah, that's how BrowSEO works, and you will run into issues with Facebook and Google and all of these other sites if you're running multiple accounts on the same IP address. So you need to have as many IPs and as many proxies as you want to have personas. So you don't need to get carried away and have lots of personas. One persona, one main money persona, and 10 really good minion accounts is all you need for most niches. You don't need any more than that. And the FB Conversio module to find the content. Yeah, I'll look at the Pinterest module, no problem. Thanks, Clint. What needs to be disabled for total anonymity? Everything. Just disable everything. Everything. And then you know everything's disabled. You'll find that the websites break and you won't be able to use them, but that's just the way that it works. But if you want total anonymity, then just disable absolutely everything. In the training from the software. Yes, there's training for the software, and it's all being organized onto the website. But right now, you've got very, very, very detailed training on exactly how to do everything in BrowSEO. This webinar is not a training for BrowSEO. This webinar is just a feature, the new feature overview for the BrowSEO automation, since there's no documentation, no videos yet. So I wanted to get everyone on the call at once and just discuss currently, right now, backwards and forwards with you guys, issues that you might have that you don't understand, so that we can address them maybe with UI and fix them, and just to explain how it all works before I start releasing little micro videos on how to do and use all of the modules. So there's going to be videos on how to use each one, but as you can see, we're in beta right now, pre-beta, and we're going to be adding stuff and changing stuff, so I don't want to be doing videos just yet for each module. So that's why we're doing this webinar. Okay, so look at there's the YouTube channel. It will be in the group, ask in the group, and I will, or I'll post it in there, or message me on Facebook, or just do a Google search for BrowSEO in YouTube, a search for BrowSEO in YouTube. And right, so there are a couple of guys who are doing some awesome courses and case studies and blueprints on how to use BrowSEO to drive traffic, for SEO, for social media, and we'll discuss that in the group. A couple of guys doing that, and we'll talk about that in the group. So yes, there is that. Yeah, I know that that's not going to work directly. You're going to need to edit it. So guys, if you've got scripts right now, it's not going to work directly. You're going to need to make some changes. The data sources and where it's pulling info from and to is different. And we're going to get the documentation ready for that ASAP. And I'll post that over the next 24 hours so that you can either use it yourself if you know how to mess around with iMacros, or give them to your iMacro developer so that they can go ahead and create the scripts for you so that they're all BrowSEO ready and BrowSEO friendly. Do we need to log into Facebook Firefox before running BrowSEO? You don't have, well, if you're not logged in, then you won't be logged in using the BrowSEO IA, but we have login scripts here right now for Facebook, if this then that, Pinterest, Reddit, and Twitter. So we're going to be getting as many login scripts as possible, you know, to cover that with the automation, so that if you're not logged in, it'll go and automatically log you in. So that will be covered. But right now, the way that I suggest doing that is just coming here and clicking Facebook login, or that, running them all, and just logging in first and then running your script. Or you can just run them, and then if you notice that one or two is not logged in, you can just pause the script and log in mid-flow. So there's no reason to, it's totally full control throughout the whole process. I wouldn't, Greg. I know a lot of people put it on a server, but I don't run this on a server because it's not GSA or one of those server tools. I have my money sites. I have my own profiles. I mean, it's like basically logging into your Firefox and your Chrome through a VPN if that's what you want to do. Unfortunately, it's never going to work on a Mac as a native Mac app, but it will work flawlessly on a Mac if you're using Parallels or the other virtual environment that it comes with. So there's no problem whatsoever. Whatever proxies work, guys. Few guys talking about proxies. I'm not recommending proxies because they're all just whatever it is. Just trial and error. Find proxies that work and go with them. It's just one of the things that you have to work out and do and test, and you can't do anything without good proxies. Find good proxies. Ask in the group. A couple of guys in the group. Talk to Susan. Talk to a few people. And Carl. Find out, and whoever else is mentioned, just go post in the group, see what people are doing, and they might share with you who they're using. Otherwise, just go out and test. One proxy per persona for main money sites. If you want to, you know, have one or two or three personas per IP, that's fine, as long as you're not logging into them all at the same time, because it's going to be a little bit suspicious. Yes, hold on a second. Eric, let me try and get that in there. Hold on, what's that you've got there? Proxies for BrowSEO. Yeah, Eric, awesome. I see that. Let me try and put that into the paste copy. How do I get that? It's not... Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. I'm going to someone for the proxies, guys, because a lot of you are asking about the proxies here. And Eric has put together... an awesome documentation over here on using proxies and how to use the when to use the built-in proxy solution. And where is the... Oh, there it is. Okay. And where is... Okay. Here it is. Sent it to all guys. Did you get that? All right, so I sent it to all you guys now. There's a great overview that Eric put together over there on how to deal with your proxies and what to do, best ways to deal with it, how many IPs to use per persona, and all that's covered there. Do I suggest using Chrome or Firefox? It's there to use both. Firefox has just got the automation, so that's why it's the default, and Chrome has got no flash, so it's super fast. It's totally up to you, and depending on what you're doing. I like to use both because it's, in reality, that's what I do. In reality, and for real, I use both on my computer, and Google like to see that, and they're just not used to seeing so many real things happening, like logging in using Chrome, logging in using Firefox, logging in using same cookies, cache, and everything. So it really doesn't make much of a difference from a point of view of safety. It's there to have both, just to give you full control. How does using CC Cleaner has absolutely no effect on this whatsoever, guys. Do you need to log into? Yes. Okay. All right. So, okay. Cover. Okay. All right. Awesome. So check that. Did you guys all get that link? Let me just. Did you get that link there? You all got it? Can I see? Oh, hold on. I'm in the questions one here, not in the chat. No wonder I can't see. Hold on. What's going on here? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, you all got it. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right. So got good stuff covered there. Yeah, Chrome WebRTC plugin. We'll get that to you in the group. There's a few of them. I'll show you the one that we're using. That seems to be working great. Okay, so yeah, any extension, man. Guys, any extension will work, not in BrowSEO, but in the system browsers. And don't forget, the system browsers are exactly the same configuration and setup that you have in BrowSEO. Exactly the same. Your cookies, your cache, everything's been saved. It's been synced. It's been put aside to another file, another folder, a totally separate instance altogether, and you can come back and go back to it on demand to the exact same instance. Okay. Is there a way to transfer macros from one BrowSEO account to another? No, not integrated. It's just copy and paste from the folder and you're good. They're very little files. They're very, very light and small files. Okay. Someone's asking about the price, how much it's going up. Right, the lifetime now is $497. The lifetime will be $1,997. That, by the way, is what the cost is for just the iMacro browser. That is not an SEO tool. That's not a social media tool. That does absolutely nothing compared to BrowSEO, and all it does is automate tasks. No IP separations, nothing. And that is basically the cost for the iMacro solution. And we are going to be bringing the cost up to $1,997 after we launch version 3 officially from $497 right now. It's $497 for the lifetime. It will go up to $497 a year, which is still an absolute steal. And $1,997 is also an absolute steal compared to what's out there in terms of automation, in terms of browser-based automation, and iMacros automation. It's basically you get nothing, where over here you get everything for SEO and social media. Sorry, I didn't mean you get nothing, because iMacros, they're awesome. We're using iMacros, but with iMacros you get nothing for SEO and social media. This is a social media and SEO toolkit. So and we've implemented iMacros in such a way that it's accessible and available through each proxy and in the exact BrowSEO style that we're all used to. So the I guess the someone's asking what's the quickest way to make money with BrowSEO. Listen, BrowSEO is an amplifier. If you're not doing anything online now, it's probably not going to amplify anything because you can't multiply zeros. BrowSEO is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a tool that's going to go and make you millions. But I guess because it's just not a get-rich-quick scheme. It doesn't happen like that. Nothing happens overnight. It'll amplify what you're doing and make everything that you're doing 1,000% more effective, efficient, and easy. If you want to just dig straight in and start making money, I would say the easiest way to make money is to go set up 20 Facebook profiles, set up a nice affiliate account, and go and just comment with your money site and just say, hey, this is an awesome product. I used it, I lost weight, or I used this, I made money, and that's it. I mean, if you want to, in that respect, quick money, affiliates, CPA offers, that's as quick as it gets. You know, a few people are asking what's the quickest way to make money. How do you make, that would, I would imagine that would be the quickest way to make money using anything, I guess. But there is no quick way to make money. Everyone, we all know this, guys. Okay, there's not the quickest way. That would, I think, probably be the quickest way, though, is to just go and comment spam. But instead of comment spam, you should just comment intelligently. Don't make it spam, and leave a link to a money page. And at the same time, you're going to drive traffic to that money page. Go into a forum, go into a comment, use, go into the prospector, use King content, find a viral article on bodybuilding, something that's popular, something in a forum, something in a news site, and and that's it. And go and comment on there. Hopefully that's going to be getting lots of traffic. That will generate traffic back to your site. Opt-ins. I mean, it's unlimited. It's an amplifier, guys. I could talk here all night about how and different things and methods that you can use. But it really is depending on what you're doing. If you're doing local marketing, use the YouTube URL and the indexer to get your videos indexed, and then use the SEO module to get your videos ranked in Google, indexed in Google, indexed and ranked in YouTube with more authority, right? So an awesome training tip would be take a YouTube video, YouTube URL that you've just promoted, stick the URL in here, URL it, get your 70-odd variations, go and stick that in the indexer. Once you've stuck that in the indexer, you can then add it to the SEO module, and the SEO module, you can add all these projects, and you can go and engage. I know it's now getting a little bit all over the place, and I shouldn't have answered that question, although I did. So let's not talk about quick ways to make money anymore, guys, because there just isn't. And if it's too quick, it's probably not that sustainable as well in reality. So if you got BrowSEO in February, yes, everyone's grandfathered in. That's how it works with BrowSEO. You never have to pay for the upgrades. You're coming in now at $497 for life. You're in for life. You're coming in at, if you're on $297 a year or whatever you were on a year, you're grandfathered in at $297 a year, and you get all the updates as well. Okay, so that's how that all works. Any other questions? What other costs do you need? Just proxies. Just proxies really is all you need. And if budgets are really, really tight, just use the Amazon solution that we have built in, and that will work for you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to end the webinar, guys, now, unless there are other questions about any of the new BrowSEO 3.0 features. Okay, no more questions about the features. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Awesome. I don't actually have anything. I didn't actually plan on anything. Someone asked if there's any kind of a. I mean, we don't have anything. I haven't had any. I didn't have anything set up for this. So there's nothing. Well, I'll tell you what. If you get BrowSEO tonight, what we're going to be doing is we're launching an automation club. Okay. So we're launching an automation club. It's going to be, I believe, $67 a month, and it's going to come with 5 to 7 scripts every single month, plus access to support to allow you to work with, depending on the level that you're in, 1 script a month. And we're not exactly sure how we're going to be able to work with so many people, because I know a lot of people are going to want to be in. So basically, I don't have it set up yet in all the different ways, in all of the different options that we're going to have to help people with their iMacros. So what I can do, is if you get BrowSEO tonight, just now off of this webinar, if you get BrowSEO tonight, the cost for that group, to be part of that is going to be $67 a month. If you get BrowSEO tonight, or over the next 24 hours, we'll say. If you get it over the next 24 hours, we'll give you access to that group for $19 a month, and you're just in for $19 a month forever. It won't go up for you guys once you're in. We'll call it the Charter Members Group. It's going to be like $67 a month, and they're going to be like between 37 and I think between 37 and 67. We're not even sure. That's why I'm not sure. So what I'm going to do is for you guys right now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving away 5 scripts a month as part of one of the packages, and one of those packages is going to be, I think, $37 a month, and that's going to be where we're just giving away X amount of scripts. Okay, so what we'll do is if you get BrowSEO now, then I'll give you access to that for $19 a month. So you're in as the charter members, and you get those 5 scripts a month forever for $19 a month. And then when we work out how the support and the different modules are going to work with helping you guys with scripts, you know, it might be 1 script a month will be X amount, 5 scripts a month will be X amount. We'll work that out. But whatever it is, it's never going to be $19 a month. So whatever it is that you're going to be getting, it's going to be a minimum of $37 because you're getting the 5 scripts, which are about $10 to $15 a script, minimum, absolute minimum. So $19 a month, not $19.95 a month, just $19 a month, guys. And that's going to give you, as of this month, 5 scripts. And you will get 5 scripts, another 5 scripts every single month. And you're going to get the support with those 5 scripts. So they're going to be login scripts, different, certain if this then that sign up script. So we're not going to be supporting sign up scripts en masse or in public, but for a certain few and for certain sites, like certain recipes that we're going to have for if this then that, YouTube and certain things, we're going to have sign up. We're going to have those things supported in the Automation Club because people are going to be paying extra for that. So there are going to be so that's what basically you're going to be getting. You're getting in now, and I don't even have a buy link, so I'm going to have to email you that. If you buy BrowSEO now, I'll add that in, so I'll know you got it over the next 24 hours. I'll add that in, and if you're already a BrowSEO owner, I'm going to get a link together and mail that out to you, and you can just sign up and you can become part of that Automation Club for $19. All right, and that's going to get you access to direct support for those scripts, as opposed to you having to, you know, manage and support your own scripts. And if your scripts go bad, then you're going to have to basically go and get them fixed. And that's what this Automation Club is going to do. It's going to help support all of the scripts so that when they do change, when Google changes the goalpost, when whatever site changes the goalpost, we've got you covered. We're going to fix those scripts for you. You don't have to worry about it. And that's how that's going to work. So I'm going to send that link out, and it's only going to be for the next 24 hours, only because I had a whole bunch of guys asking if there's a special, and I wasn't. This was just pure training, and so we're going to add that in. As you can probably tell, I totally didn't plan any of this. And there's no, okay, 1 second. Someone wants to buy the BrowSEO URL. You can just Google it, and it's the first one. But hang on a second. BrowSEO, I got a short link somewhere. Hang on a second. As you can see, this was totally not planned, but I do have a short link here somewhere. Did I put one in there? Okay, so there we go. All right, so here's the short link for those of you that want to get BrowSEO. If you don't already have BrowSEO, give me a 1 if you got that, everyone, and a 0 if you didn't. Yep, okay, cool. Excellent. All right, so if you don't have BrowSEO, pick it up there, and I'll get you into that club for $19 a month. So if you've got BrowSEO, you can pick it up. If you don't have BrowSEO, pick it up, and you'll get access to the BrowSEO Automation Club. All right, so I'm going to end the video. I'm going to end ending the automation here. Someone wants to buy. Okay, all the buying queries, guys, just message me or Facebook it. It's too, I can't really discuss it like this. It's getting a little bit crazy, I think. So I will just message me on Facebook and we'll try to, can you add an offer for only Automation Club? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to email you guys out a link just for the Automation Club, 100%. You love the logo. I also love the logo, Greg. Thank you. Thank you. It will be, yeah, I know, the King content. I'm waiting for the site to be updated, and it's just taking a little bit longer than I wanted, unfortunately. So apologies for that. There is a new site coming and a new design and a new members area and a new everything to make things a little bit easier on us because it was a bit of a nightmare. So everything's going to be changed and updated to the new style. So any other questions about this, or discuss this in the group, PM me, message me, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, guys, signing off. Okay, you're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. Talk to you soon. See you in the group. Guys. All right, awesome. Thank you. You're welcome. Bye, guys. See you later. See you in the group. All right, awesome. And I'm ending this as soon as I can find out how to do it. Okay.